is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the California Golden Bears, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Coming out with it, it's Gibbs. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Power football with the run. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Red Raider. Once he got some room, it was over.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. To throw on first down. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's take a minute and talk about Cal. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right down the middle. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. He's brought down. A short return to the defense comes out on top with a pick.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? From the shotgun, they'll run it. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches? Who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Going right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Back, the sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. Snap it to the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. All right, guys, let's talk a second about Cal. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Great job by the defense winning those early downs. Now you get them in a predictable situation. 3rd and long. You bring in more DBs, more speed, more fun blitz packages. You get to have a little fun, go get the quarterback.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help tack on this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a man in the middle. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
And the Golden Bears are rolling down the field. QB draw. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier is going to remember that.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Golden Bears! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And right down the middle. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Gibbs. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Give to the running back. Gets it past the marker. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the 1st down.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his...
Turning it on! The tag! Touchdown, Red Raider! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the 2nd level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put 1 more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Ncaa offense is headed back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got room at the 35. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Golden Bears, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. And the Golden Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the right. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure to get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, going to the air. He wants to take the top off. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. How about that one? Fourth and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And this offense has put together a really nice drive, man. You really want to pay this off. Obviously, third down approaching. Got to be smart with the football, but we want to cut into this lead as much as possible. Down a couple possessions. This will be huge right before the half.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're working that left side. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Showing the arm strength to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man to the left. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Quick completion on the outbound. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. It's complete to the left. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Finds a tight end. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Flips it out to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on second down. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Golden Bears in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Going right to work up top. Gets it out quickly. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They continue to find him. He's made those big plays. He's put some touchdowns on the board. He's been the big play guy in this offense. And I don't think I'd stop either. We're still getting started in this football game, and they're going to see more of those deep shots to him.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on second down. Gonna let it fly. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
They stop him before he can get to the first down marker, but he does cross the 50 and now to be fourth down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Red Raiders will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start the second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, the inside give. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Oh, he wants it all. Makes the catch on the left. Smashes through the tackle. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Direct snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the right. There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And the Golden Bears look to keep this drive humming. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Trying the left side. And that's a live ball behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose. It'll be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game, because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Quarterback may change this route. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Got his man downfield. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
The Red Raiders with the 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Steps away to find some room. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football.
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Fires to the big fella. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. He's looking to throw. Picked off to stop the threat. The 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cal! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Gibbs. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Let's see what they've got on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He wants to change this route. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Ncaa. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
And how about that on fourth down, and they got to throw the football. They make the play in a big-time moment. Nice job by the offense, getting this a little bit closer to the finish line.
Looking downfield on first down, and his throw is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly complete. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Complete to the right. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Red Raider.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take what... Trying to beat the D deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Wants to throw on first down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him. And that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun. Snagged in the middle. It's Ncaa. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that...
Touchdown, Red Raider! And the pummeling has started.
After that amazing performance in week one, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Epps. Breaks into the open. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. The Golden Bears will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. At the 40, there he goes. He's showing it all, the juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. And the Golden Bears want to move quickly. Handoff from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
This late in the game in the 4th quarter, they're in 4-down mode every single drive in possession, trailing by as much as they are. So down here in the red zone, you throw an incompletion, no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again. Can the defense step up here and make a play?
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, still going. Give him 6. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
2-point conversion attempt is on the way. Looking to throw. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Well, every coordinator has a couple of 2-point plays in his back pocket. They dialed one up there. They didn't get it. Let's see how that affects the outcome of this one.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Here we go. Smart move to keep it on the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Might be calling a hot route. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Touchdown, Red Raider! And the stomping has commenced.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Bringing it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. Well, the last time they had it, the long field didn't bother them in the least, and they'll try to do it again. Keeps looking downfield. Makes the grab. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his second catch of the game, and we're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be able to do this good of a job.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Got a man in the middle. At the 35, he's open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Golden Bears will snap it on 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Let's go, let's go.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Cal! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by 10 to Tennessee. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Picked up 6 on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. Touchdown, Red Raider! And the punishment has been extended.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off where there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you've wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And the extra point is good. kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all 3 phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.